Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me giving a first impression review of some NAVITUS fragrances. I have 6 different YouTube collaborations here and I'm very excited to test them out, tell you guys my thoughts on them, and I'm excited to see their personal vision come to life in a fragrance. So let's jump into this. The first one that I have here is Chocolate Queen. Honestly, this is the one that I was the most excited about because this is the collaboration with Gabby Loves Perfumes and I love to watch her videos, and I saw her talking about the release of this fragrance, so I've also seen a lot of other reviewers talk about it, hyping it up, and I was honestly a little worried that it might be too sweet for me, just based off of the notes, because I love gourmand fragrances. You guys know I'm a sucker for a good gourmand, but I like to have my gourmands done in a way that is dimensional. Perfumes that have a gourmand touch to them, but they have something else that kind of grounds it, gives it some dimension, something that isn't totally edible, like a perfume that doesn't smell like straight food. And just based off the notes on this, I was expecting something very sweet, over the top, chocolatey, but I was so happy when I smelled it on my live stream the other night for the first time that it is not quite like that. This is amazing, just an absolute amazing chocolate scent. This one, you guys, is the definition of a cozy perfume. The notes in this has dark chocolate and hazelnut. I love hazelnut. It has a dulce de leche vibe, and I don't know why I am like questioning myself on how I'm pronouncing that, but basically kind of like a caramelly kind of vibe. It has Bailey's Irish cream as well. It gives it this little boozy touch in the background with caramel and bitter almond, and in the base there's praline, sandalwood, amberwood, and vanilla absolute, and it just opens immediately with this blast of chocolate, just this amazing realistic dark chocolate. And you also smell a lot of that nuttiness right from the start, that hazelnut mixed with that bitter almond. I think it just works beautifully in this, the way that, well, first off, I appreciate that the chocolate in this is it's very realistic. It's a dark chocolate. It's not like a very syrupy sweet. I feel like sometimes chocolate and fragrances can come off a little artificial, you know, just kind of over the top, trying too hard to be sweet. And this does not do that. There is a little bit of sweetness, but it does not come from the dark chocolate. It comes from that boozy touch, the vanilla absolute, that Bailey's Irish cream. It adds this touch of sweetness, but what I enjoy about the sweetness in this, that I think is the reason that it makes it wearable as a straight gourmand, is that nuttiness. The nuttiness in this really cuts this sweetness and just makes it work. It balances everything perfectly. And then on top of all of that, you also have the woodiness in the base, just really ties this all together. It's just a very sensual and very intimate perfume. Like I said, the definition of cozy. This is one of those fragrances that makes you just want to come in close. Netflix and chill comes to mind. This one on the skin is a chocolate lover's dream come true. There's the darker sensual elements in this really come out on the skin. I was so impressed by this. Gabby, you did an amazing job. If you guys love chocolate, you love gourmand fragrances, definitely check out Chocolate Queen. So next we have another newer release. This one is called Kind Intentions, and this is the collaboration with Paulina Shar. And I just want to say off the top, I love the color of this bottle and the name as well. Oh my God. Like, if you didn't sell me on the scent, you already sold me on the packaging. It's beautiful. This kind of minty green is just, it's such a feel-good color. It's definitely a very interesting blend as well. This is a powdery, slightly marine scent, but also a little ambery and vanillic. So for me, when I smell this for the first time, I get like something that kind of reminds me of pistachio a little. I don't know. When I smell this for the very first time, my first impression was it opens kind of like the Kayali Yum Pistachio. There's something in this that has that kind of same airy ice cream, like pistachio gelato vibe that is in Yum Pistachio by Kayali. But I know that it's not pistachio and I know it's not ice cream. What gives it that effect is a very unique seaweed note, not anything I've ever seen in a note breakdown before. But at the same time, it also gives it that very subtle, I don't want to say marine because I don't really think that it's aquatic by any means. It's just, there's something that makes you feel like you're standing on a pier somewhere. But that kind of pistachio vibe, that similarity that I found, it goes away as it dries. So the note breakdown in this, like I said, we have that seaweed, we have Italian, mandarin, and iris, white flowers, some frankincense, musk, Madagascar vanilla, some benzoin, oak moss, and some sandalwood in the base. And that seaweed mixed with the mandarin brings a lot of freshness to this fragrance. It's like a brightness as well, especially on my skin. That seaweed, like there's definitely this zesty feeling. It's definitely very beautiful, very, very, very musky, especially as it dries on the skin. This becomes just so musky. Definitely a unisex fragrance as well. I wouldn't say that this goes feminine nor masculine, and it's so unique. I don't think, other than that yum pistachio, which like I said, as it dries, that kind of pistachio vibe goes away anyway, this is so unique. It's not really green or mossy either, but there is definitely like a fresh greenness in this. There's definitely a touch of elegance in this as well. This is a fragrance that I think is for everyone. It's a beautiful Oriental styled gourmand. So the next one that I've been very hyped up to try, I think this is part of a different collection. It's a different bottle design. This is Ambrosia Imperiale, and this is in collaboration with AI the Great. And once again, this is one that I've been seeing this one being hyped over the moon. People have been really loving this fragrance. I love the atomizer. And this one is a little more pricey than the others because it comes in totally different packaging. I was looking on the website. I wasn't really finding anything that explained the difference in collections other than the packaging is much different. It comes with almost like a Xerjoff themed like coverette, that same kind of leather outer cover. It's 125 ml, a little bit different design. So I guess that is what kind of makes up for the price difference. But this one is a super, super, super sweet, also boozy scent with banana. Another note that I have never smelled before in a fragrance, banana. I really think that NAVITUS does those kind of boozy, gourmand, spicy scents really well. I think that's really where they shine the most, is in those types of scent profiles. This one opens very boozy from the get-go with that very natural banana scent. It's not really, I would say, bubbly, but there's definitely like a very concentrated liqueur vibe going on in this. It's very, very, very tropical feeling. So the notes in this, in the top, we have that banana note, we have rum, we have a touch of Divana with some orange, some cinnamon, and in the mid we have dates. I love when people add dates to fragrances. It just adds the most beautiful sweetness. We have amberwood, orchid, and jasmine, and in the base there's caramel, whipped cream, vanilla, benzoin, saffron, and musk. This for me is just the ultimate summer vacation. It's a very carefree type of scent, and not in the way that you can just wear this whenever, but just the feeling that it invokes in you, I think, is just very life is good, life is easy breezy, I'm on vacation, I'm in this beautiful exotic place, I look amazing, I'm tan, and I'm having the time of my life. I really think that is what this fragrance like brings out of you in terms of how it makes you feel, where it places you in time. Definitely a very like happy feeling perfume, and very, very, very tropical. And this is for people that love super, super, super sweet gourmand fragrances. I don't think that this is necessarily something that a lot of men would love. I think this one does lean a little feminine, but if you like those youthful, sweet, boozy gourmands, this is definitely a fragrance for you. For me personally, it is just, it is a tad bit sweet for my taste. It's not something that I think I will be grabbing for a lot, but I think the scent is beautiful. And I looked it up, ambrosia means fruit of the gods, makes a ton of sense. So amazing scent, very well done. If you love super, super sweet, fun, playful gourmands, you will love this one. So next fragrance we have here is Venom of Love. This is another fragrance that was in collaboration with Paulina Shar. I've heard a lot of people say that this one gives like lost cherry vibes. This is a very cherry dominant scent, and I can kind of see it. So the notes in this are some sour cherry, a liqueur bitter almond note. In the mid, we have more cherry, chocolate, a Turkish rose note with Egyptian jasmine and a base of almond, amberwood, vanilla, another whipped cream note. And I really feel like Kind Intentions is the daytime fragrance to the Venom of Love nighttime scent. I think they go kind of hand in hand. It's very lovely. There's definitely a dark balsamic vibe in this one. It's a very boozy, sweet cherry with a lot of bitter touches as well. In terms of it being compared to Lost Cherry, like I said, I don't think it's really a bad thing because this is like, you get a lot more. It's for 100 ml, I think it's literally like a third of the price, and it's going to last much, much, much longer than Lost Cherry. Lost Cherry is out, Venom of Love is in because it is an extrait de parfum. So you get a lot of power with this one and you're supporting amazing creators. So next we're gonna talk about Raised Spirits. This is the collaboration with Redolescence. It's a very like spicy, this out of all of them that I've smelled so far really makes me feel like Christmas, like the holidays. There's something about this one that really takes me to like the winter time, the holiday season. It's just a really beautiful, spicy tobacco boozy scent. The notes in this, there's caramel, rum, and pimento leaf. I love that there is enough supporting sweetness in this fragrance. Really makes it work well. It has brown sugar with a base of tobacco, bourbon, vanilla, cashmere wood, and oak barrels. It smells like Christmas. I'm sorry. This is another one of those just feel good, happy scents. And I love that it has those sweet notes from the brown sugar, the caramel, but it's not something that is too sweet that a man couldn't wear this. That's kind of a running theme that I've noticed in these NAVITUS fragrances. That's why I said at the beginning that I think that this is an area, those kind of boozy, sweet gourmand fragrances is an area where NAVITUS really shines because nothing smells artificially sweet, and I love that. There's nothing worse for me than just a very syrupy, artificially sweet fragrance, and these are all just done very naturally. It's not listed in this fragrance, but I think another reason that I think of Christmas when I smell this is I get like a lot of typical Christmas baking scents, like ginger vibes, like nutmeg, maybe like allspice or something. Just you're in the kitchen, it's Christmas, and your grandma is baking a pie. Like that is what this kind of, it's where it takes me. It's a very dry tobacco as well. Not really green, not really like a pipe tobacco. It's very dry, and that booziness kind of runs through the background of this as well. It's definitely like you're raising a glass. Very muted sweetness, very cozy, very inviting, very snuggly as well. It's super spicy. Like I said, a beautiful unisex gourmand. I like that the name is Raised Spirits, as in you're raising a glass to a toast, you're in a celebration, but I also like the idea that it raises up your spirits, it puts a smile on your face. So we have two more. This next one that I'm going to be smelling is in collaboration with a Bowtie fragrance guy, and this one is called Divine Aphrodisiac. Now this is one, I just have a sample of these that I got in the discovery set. The notes in this really piqued my interest. Really oh, the color. Oh my God, look at the color. Can you see the color on the strip? It's literally orange, so be careful with that. But what really drew my interest to this is that it has a peanut butter note. I don't know what it is with NAVITUS. They're just throwing all these notes that I've never smelled or seen used before in other fragrances. Peanut butter. So I'll just give you guys the note breakdown of this and you can kind of try to interpret it for yourself. Also, the name of this, if I didn't mention, is Divine Aphrodisiac. I was initially drawn to this because I'm obsessed with the fragrance Absolute Aphrodisiac by Initio. I've talked about it quite a few times on my channel. So the name and then that peanut butter note, really, I was like, what the heck is going on in this? In the top, we have Indian sesame, bitter almonds, Ceylon cinnamon. In the mid, there's Moroccan iris butter with that peanut butter accord. In the base, we have praline, some coffee, some Haitian vetiver, and Java vetiver. And when it opens, you get that crazy blast of peanut butter. It's definitely there. It's exactly what you think. I don't know if I was expecting it to be like, not necessarily straight peanut butter, just something more up to the interpretation of the smeller. I don't know what I was expecting, but you definitely also really smell the sesame mixed in with this, and something boozy as well. I think that there is that subtle coffee. It kind of adds just like the most subtle bitterness as well. Another great way to cut that sweet creamy peanut butter to add that bitterness from the coffee. And as it dries, there's this very powdery iris that comes out from the background. It's slightly spicy, but very, very slight. It's really unlike anything else that I've ever smelled before. If you like the idea of a peanut butter perfume, this is definitely worth trying. It's very artistically well done. But finding an actual occasion to wear something like this, I think it might be a little complicated. I think that it's a perfume that's more for like personal purposes, like something that you wear to bring out a feeling in yourself, or just something you like to wear around the house. But as I always say, you know, wear whatever you want, whenever you want. Just, it'd be interesting to see the reaction of the public if they smell this on you. So that was Divine Aphrodisiac, and we have one more. This is the fragrance collaboration with Big Beard Business. This one is called The Key. And based on the notes of this one, it is very different than all the rest. There's nothing really in this. It gives it a gourmand vibe. It's a very aromatic, fresh scent. It has some Italian bergamot and Mexican grapefruit with Sicilian lemon. In the mid, we have a gin fizzicord and African ginger, and in the base there's vetiver, tonka bean absolute, and sandalwood. So my first impression of this is it smells amazing. Very, very, very mass appealing as well. Nothing challenging about this one. Just a very pleasant, mass appealing, amazing fresh scent. Definitely gives some vibrato vibes, some tiger vibes. This, for me, is kind of like if G and Tonic by Mikolev, Vibrato, and Tiger had a baby. I think that The Key would be that. Super, super juicy citrus in the opening. God, it's just, you guys, I am just so in love with anything that smells like grapefruit, ginger, musky, like, it just drives me nuts. It's very, very manly as well. I seriously think this is an amazing competition for other fragrances that are on the market, marketed towards men. It dries a little sweeter because of that tonka base. Beautiful, beautiful fizzy aspect. People say that it is a clone of Tiger. I would not say that. You definitely have some similarities with that ginger, grapefruit vibe. But there's something different about it too. You definitely get some of those like G and Tonic vibes from Mikolev in here. Maybe even with a touch of like Vodka on the Rocks by Killian. Wow, this one blew me away. This one was so impressive. Applause to you, Big Beard Business. Fantastic. So I guess my final thoughts on these fragrances is I think that it's a very good value, especially in today's market when we have some designers going for close to $200. It's just insane for a 50 ml. I cannot believe that the direction that designer prices are going. It's absolutely nuts. So I think with these NAVITUS fragrances, you're getting something that is a little more unique. And I think that for the price and the size, all of these bottles are extrait de parfum, so you're getting a very high oil concentration. 100 ml is a big bottle. It'll take you a long time to go through this, and these bottles here are priced at $145, and I have a 10% off code as well if you guys are interested. Erica10. Always gotta throw out the discount code because who doesn't love to save money? I know I do. And on top of all of that, you're supporting just amazing YouTubers, creators, influencers that do these collaborations, that are the creative directors of these fragrances, and supporting our community. If I had to pick, I think my favorites from the batch so far have been definitely Chocolate Queen and The Key. There's just something about those two that are just very, very, very sexy to me. Really grabs my attention, if you know what I mean. Just, I feel so grateful and so blessed to be a part of this community, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below what you think about NAVITUS. Have you tried any of the ones that I mentioned? What do you think about the brand as a whole? What is your favorite? I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.